We were entering the season, and we talked to you right before. You're so excited, obviously, to be back and just ready to roll. And now that this stretch that you're on, 3 straight games with that, obviously a huge performance. Today, you had a couple big plays taken away from you because of penalty. Just how good are you feeling right now? How fun was today?
Great. Yeah, today was one of those days that was you're just having fun out there. You're getting after the quarterback, playing good defensively. You know, like I said, marrying good rush with good coverage, and a lot of good things happen. So that's kind of what today was.
Just talk about the defensive performance overall. I mean, obviously, a lot of the talk was about their defense coming in ranked number 1. Did you guys feel like you had a little something to prove today, too, and you think you did that?
Yeah, I think we just got to be better on those first drives of the game. I think it's our 4th game in a row letting up a touchdown on the first drive, and it's just got to clean that up. But I'm happy with how we played. It's just got to come out faster, and in whatever way. I don't know how you do that, but just got to be a little bit better in that scenario. But I thought we played the run pretty well. Judkins he's good after contact. You know, he was bouncing off some tackles, but I'm overall happy with what we did.
What pride do you take in defending the run too? Obviously, you're paid to rush the passer, and that's where you. But Dan was talking about earlier, and he said that the one thing I love is just how Aidan plays the run. How much pride do you take in that part?
Yeah, it's how we do it here in Detroit. It's we put a big emphasis on you stop the run and you earn your right to rush the passer, and that's kind of the philosophy, you know. And had a lot of opportunities today too. Missed a couple tackles, but I think overall we did pretty good in the run.
You feel like early in the season right now, so many games in, but what do you feel like the identity of this team is becoming? You know, as you guys are starting to just get this.
Yeah, I think we're super complementary, and that's ultimately what you want, you know, and when our offense isn't doing great, we pick them up, and when we're not doing great, our offense picks us up, and I think that's the difference between the good and the not so good teams.
Do you feel like you've picked up where you left off last year, like how you're playing now?
Yeah, for sure. No, I feel great. I feel like I'm in a good spot. I'm just going to continue to stack the games.
And this could be considered a letdown spot. Just short week, coming off a big primetime road win. Why do you think this team doesn't seem to struggle with letdown spots like that? It seems to always be ready for the next game.
Yeah, I think it's just the identity of the players. You know, I think we want to go out there and compete every time, and that's just what we do.
What's gone into the rush and forced fumbles for you now, 2 games in a row?
Man. I wish I had that second one. No, it's fun. It's fun. It's always good when you're getting the ball out. That's what you want in a defense.
Is that something you put an extra focus on this year, maybe compared to years back?
I feel like since I've gotten in the NFL, it's a big emphasis in practice. Whenever you're running by that quarterback, you're throwing a swipe in, not like you're hitting it, but it's a mental thing.
You were on the ground for a little bit there. Any ailments coming out? I mean, obviously, in an NFL game, you're going to be sore and banged up. Is there anything serious to worry about?
No, I just got the wind knocked out of me, and I knew I was trying to get up, and I did because I didn't want people to start being, you know, just having flashbacks or anything. And I was just couldn't even breathe out there. I was like, "Damn, get up, Aidan, get up!" And I couldn't get up, so I was like, "Just give me like 30 seconds, and I'll be good." And then we got up, and we were good. We're back. Yep.
We knew a lot of people made it out. Brown's best defense in the league so far. How would you assess the offense today?
I think we did decent. I think we left a lot of stuff out there on the table. Just overall, I think as an offense, I feel like we didn't have our best game. There were still 34 points on the board, 7 from Leaf. Defense gave us great field position on a lot of those, so hats off to them. I feel like our defense played exceptional. Special teams played great. But I feel like as an offense, we left some stuff out there.
How do you guys think you dig in these games when you see things aren't going your way, the connections that maybe are usually there aren't? How do you see this side of the ball really dig deep and assess in game?
I think it's, when you have a good team, I think we're a good team, and good teams, play complementary football. And, you'd love to have execute on offense every week, score, 40-plus points every week, but that's not realistic. Other guys on the team get paid, they're good too. So when you have a good team, I feel like, you guys play off each other. Defense, I feel like they carried the load this week. And it's going to be like that sometimes, whether it's defense, offense, special teams, as long as we can all just play complementary football and, and win the game. That's the biggest thing.
How proud are you of the response after the Green Bay game? I think you guys have scored 127 points in 30 games.
I think, I'm excited. I still feel like we can be better as an offense. I know a lot of the guys feel the same way. So as long as we know we can be better and we're striving to get better every week, that's the biggest thing. We're going to, enjoy this win. It's any win in this league, I think, is, it's tough. It's tough to win this league, especially against a defense like that. So we're going to enjoy it. But once we get back to work next week, we know we can be better. So.
On the 25-yarder early in the game, and then also your first touchdown, third down. I mean, you're always the go-to guy in third down. Are you surprised that you're able to ever come as open as you did on those two plays?
The first one I didn't even know I was that open. That's why I kind of thought there was someone barreling down on me, like a safety or something. But I could have probably scored if I stayed in. But it was just a great play call, great design. The touchdown was also another great call. Those freebies. It was like no one was even around me. So I'll take them. I take as much as I can. I think great play design.
You also had a really big role in the first touchdown with your block. It seems like your blocking is maybe better than ever. Did you have like a re-emphasis, a commitment to that this offseason? Do you feel like you've taken it to maybe a different level?
I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say, my attitude towards blocking has changed, like it hasn't gotten better. I would just say maybe knowing who to block, understanding run scheme more. I think Scotty has done a great job of teaching us receivers, what the running backs are seeing, what the line is doing, like, the mic points, stuff like that. So I would say overall understanding, who I have to block, I would say 100% I've gotten better at that.
Yeah.
And it seems like in this system too, everybody's willing to take on more, and their role guys aren't afraid to say, okay, it's my job to block. But like you just mentioned, you think maybe Scotty's position shift this year has maybe allowed you guys to be more, I don't want to say educated, but informed in where you're blocking?
I think so. Obviously, it helps being in this, similar offense for so many years that you hear a play call, you already know who to block. You're so used to it. So, having Scotty, who was with the running backs last year, who's with us now, he's telling us, what the running backs see, what cuts they want to make, what Jameer likes, what Demo likes. So when we're in the game, we know, maybe on this play, just leave the safety. Jameer rather have a one-on-one with the safety than we go get him and crowd it up for him. So little things like that, I feel like that make the difference for those running backs and just the run game in general.
I think Kirby wants to know now, why do you have better hands than him?
Kirby, they just keep falling in his lap. I don't know how he does it. He's just a lucky man. He gives the ball back to us, I feel like, every week. So he's one of the best in the game. I love playing with him.
JMO was a huge part of the game plan today. It didn't go his way. Sometimes you have a bad day at the office. How much more confident are you in his ability to bounce back and respond than maybe 2-3 years ago?
I have no doubt he's going to bounce back. It was just one of those days, I feel like. I'm not saying he had a bad game. It was just, as a receiver, I know what it feels like. You get targeted and you don't catch the ball, and you get another target, you don't catch it. It's like you feel like it's your fault. But I think, he's going to be just fine. He's made plenty of plays for us. So I'm not worried about him.
We know the respect performance and what it does, especially an interception that sets you up in the red zone. I guess the two previous possessions you guys, punted, and what that did to kind of, again, set you guys up for in a game where offense was going to be tough.
Yeah, it's good. You get the ball on the 5-yard line, whatever it was, 20-yard line, those got to be points, and they got to be 7 rather than 3, So and when the defense does that, it's like they're handing you free points, they're handing us points. We gotta go make it happen and turn those turnovers in the red area to 7 points every time if we can. So that's the goal. Sometimes it doesn't get done, but when our defense plays like that, I feel like more than not we have a pretty good chance of winning the game.
How much does it look like what you guys faced in training camp? They were playing aggressively, attacking the ball against you guys just in training camp. How much does it look like what you guys kind of faced off on?
They look good. They look good. Happy I don't have to go against them every day or even in games. So they look great. I'm excited for them.
How happy are you when a guy like Khalif gets rewarded?
I'm super excited. I think he deserves the most. The way he works every day, the attention to detail that he puts into being a punt returner, I've never seen anything like it. There's no one I'd rather see score on this team than Khalif Raymond. I feel like, just because of how much work he puts in, the dedication, the teammate he is, everything about him is amazing. So when I saw him break, I was sprinting down to try to celebrate with him, and I'm just super, super excited for him.
As much as that was a game where the offense took a little bit of time to get going, you guys really carried the load and really shifted this one. How much of that was your mentality coming in at the half?
That's how, we're a complete team, man. That's how it's going to go, offense, whatever. Defense got to pick up the slack. The defense, offense going to pick up the slack. That's just how it is. So sometimes you're going to get a game of both, special teams, defense and offense. But sometimes you just not, The other side of the ball just got to pick up the slack. We good tonight, was able to get a couple stops with the offense going. But like I said, it's just got to build up.
You guys pride yourselves on being deep and talented, and in the DB room, you guys needed that today. Of course, with two of your guys going down, what was the mentality at that point?
Win the game, man. Next man up. The way this team is built, a lot of guys can step up and play. So that was our mindset. Next man mentality, man. That's why we win a game.
Hey, Amik, are you guys starting to get that feeling like of last year's team almost? Where, at home you're pounding teams. After that Green Bay game, you seem a lot more like last year's team.
We got to put last year behind us, because last year didn't go the way we planned to go. We won a lot of games, but we did the same thing the year before that. We know what our goal is, man. So each and every time we play the game, we plan to win. We don't think about next year. We just try to go out there and play our style of football.
Amik, two pass breakups today from you, but I'm guessing that the near pick is probably what you're thinking about most. Is that one good?
It's crazy, man. I'm thinking about the near pick. It's just I was so used to coming in and out. I was out there. I'm trying to get a turnover. I'm punching at the ball, missing. It's like it's a lot of things that I wish I could have back. But it's cool. I'm very confident in myself, man. I know when this shit go to rolling, I'm a bad individual. So like I said, just build off of this game, watch the tape, and come out there next game with even more energy, more swagger, and more aggression.
And what do you like most about playing on the outside and being able to show what you can do in those one-on-one matchups?
I think like I said, I can play both, but it just nickel, I'm in and out. At corner, I get a feel. I can feel routes. I could do a lot of reading routes, reading the quarterback. I think my instincts kick in a little bit more, and I'm on the field a lot. So I get comfortable, man. Like I get very comfortable when I'm on the outside. So like I said, man, expect my play to increase every week. I ain't ducking nothing.
As complete as the win was on Monday night in Baltimore, how good was it, and how much do you learn getting one ugly like this that you guys know you can win every different way?
Like I said, just continue building off it, man. Continue playing Lions football. They came in, we knew it was going to be a defensive game. Mm-hmm. So whichever defense was going to go out there and get turnovers and, play with more swagger and at least explosive, that's the team that was going to win. I feel like that's what we did, but we're going to keep improving every week, man. Like I said, when we going into the year, week 5, we're going to be all right.
The receivers and the tight ends and the backs are unbelievable. They're just absolute freaks. So being able to do that, I have the ultimate respect for them. But so every time I take the field, I just try to outplay the other side. So that's kind of my mindset.
Stopping the run has been such a huge key for this defense for years now.
Yeah.
How much now, though, are you guys able to hang your hat on the pass rushing element? It really seems like that's come along in the last 3 games.
Yeah, I really feel like when you build the foundation of stopping the run, you're going to be able to get into that next element. I feel like we've done a good job of that. Honestly, this season, from my honest opinion, I feel like we could do a little bit better job at it, but there's also some things that make it a little hard just based on formations and personnels and what team we're playing. You're going into a game and you're playing Lamar Jackson, you're going to let up some rushing yards, but the full focus this week was on the Browns, and I feel like we did a good job shutting it down. I have a lot of respect for their backs over there. They do a good job. And their offensive line is really good at run blocking too.
Like you said to me earlier, you had the opportunity as a defense to set the tone today and really manage that. Yeah. As you're into week 4 of this era of Dan saying this is Jack's defense, how do you lead into leading that communication on the field?
No, today the slow start, that's all. I put that on me. But I can't change it. And that's life. So. Just looking forward, laser focus on the future. But now I need to continue to learn and grow and make sure everyone's good. And some things will fall back on me, and that's okay. And I appreciate it, but I just love playing with the group of guys I get to play with, and I love playing for Coach Campbell. So
After starting the season, after starting the season with that loss in Green Bay, how encouraging and how much better do you guys feel having 3 straight wins under your belt and that to round out this quarter 3-1?
Yeah, that loss is wiped from the memory. We just move on, and now it's improvement. Every week, how can we improve? And I feel like we've done a good job of that. We need to continue that.
When you as a defense see the starting corners go down, you know that there's depth in the secondary, but what is your reaction going forward?
I mean, we dealt with it last year. Obviously, they're huge losses, and I'm just so mad at myself because I don't know if it was myself that I was trying to just get an extra hit on the running back, but I think I hit TA, so that's my fault. It's all right, but I just try to improve on that. But I mean, it's just tough when starters go down, but the backups do great. The guys that come in, like honestly, and we talk about it, we don't even view them as backups, just like in our system, because you're expected to go in, play the same standard, and I feel like they did a good job. Like I have the ultimate respect. Khalil Dorsey, grinder. Rocky Sin, grinder. Avonte Maddox, grinder. All those guys are true vets, and they do things the right way, and I feel like those are the guys that we bring in this building, and I feel like it's paid off. And if I'm missing anyone, my bad.
Number 95 on that other team, there was a lot of talk about him going in. He was a load, but you guys seemed to limit the damage as much as possible. How'd you do it?
First and foremost, he's an animal. So yeah, we definitely game plan for him, and you know he definitely won his reps too. But for the most part, I thought we did a pretty good job, and that starts with the whole offense, what type of plays we're calling, and the way our defense was playing. Being able to play with a lead's really big to manage guys like that, and the rest of their front as well. I mean, their front, they have a very good front. It's front seven, so playing with a lead was huge.
Felt like the offense took a little bit of time to get going. How much of that was them or you guys?
I think to know a legitimate answer, I'm going to have to watch the film first. Right. I think it's probably a combination of both. And we knew we were going to have to be patient and kind of stick with things like the run game and stuff like that. And then we were going to have to take our opportunities to hit some shots and stuff like that. So I think it was a combination of both. I mean, they have a hell of a defense. And, you know, they were as advertised going out there playing against them. And, you know, obviously we were able to move the ball, put some points up. But I'm sure there were things that we could correct early on.
On a day like that, when you guys know you have to be patient, and indeed you're doing that, how important is it to see guys on defense step up with the 2 big picks and then to have special teams also play a role and get you a score?
Yeah, I mean, every week Dan will always say how we got to play these games. You know, like last week on Baltimore, he was like, offense, you got to win this game. We're going to go for it on all the 4th downs. We need to put up a lot of points. And this week he said, you know, defense, we need you to carry your weight and we need you to get stops and give the ball back to the offense. And they did exactly that. And then obviously the huge play from Leaf on special teams. I mean, that was massive. So, you know, some weeks there's going to be a bigger hat for different sides of the ball. And, you know, our defense did really, really well for us. So we were able to kind of get some things going.
It's going to be a while before you guys are back home again, not until the Monday night game on the 20th of October. How important is it to have this 3-1 record banked as you head now out on the road for 2 tough ones against the AFC?
Massive. You know, obviously I think we've been improving. I think there are things that we could have definitely done better today, offensively at least when we look at it. So there's definitely things to improve upon, but ultimately, you know, we did what we were supposed to today. So that's good momentum heading into like a couple weeks of road games.
Obviously, that's not the way you want to start a game. It's 4 straight weeks, but to bounce back the way you guys did, you know, what does it say about this unit?
Yeah, we settled in. Obviously, it's a point of emphasis for us, and we're 0-4, getting a stop on the first drive, and that's something that has to improve, especially in bigger games than today. So, you know, we were able to settle in and kind of get after it after that, but that's definitely be a point of emphasis going forward.
You're going to drive your defensive coordinator crazy if you can't get a stop on first down.
Trust me, I know. We can hear about it tomorrow, so we want to stop hearing about it. So we got figured out.
Individual performance, you know, sack. You got targeted a couple times in coverage, a couple breakups. You know, you're so far into your career. Do these still give you confidence? Are they motivating when you have a day like today?
I mean, yeah, it's. I don't know really. I just feel like I'm still able to make a ton of plays. Obviously, coverage is my thing, and able to fly around, and God's blessed me, so I'm still making plays. Anyone else?
When
you keep going, Justin.
Yeah, I mean, look, the secondary took some hits today. you know, you guys went through this last year where it's just like attrition after attrition, but like, you know, how tough is it to kind of stay up and stay motivated when, you know, you lose two cornerbacks in the midstream?
Yeah, I feel like the good thing is we have depth, like veteran with Avante and Rock and even Dorsey coming in, Amik coming in at corner. It's just like guys coming in, and I think I went to the sideline when Kirby went down and Avante came in. I was telling Derek, like, I feel great with Avante out there too. Like, so obviously we have that veteran depth, and it's important going forward, and hopefully some of these injuries aren't too serious. So.